See how he goes to.
It was a 5-star performance from him when he first succeeded Chad Townsend 2 weeks ago against the Raiders. So we're underway in Townsville. Here comes Christian Welch, one of the experienced brigade. 11 changes for this Melbourne team, but they have the luxury of having secured the minor premiership for the 5th time in a decade with that big win over the Dolphins last week. McDonald into the starting team and outside the 20. Wishart playing dummy half tonight. Billy touched on Grant Anderson's versatility. I'd say no player in the competition more versatile than Tyron Wishart, who's played every position in the back line, plus lock, and wears the 9 tonight. Munster co-captains Melbourne with Ryan Pappenhausen this evening. And down to this game-breaking, diminutive fullback, Scott Drinkwater. Just nearly impossible to assess the Cowboys. Their best is as good as any team in the comp, especially with the ball. Can they string together 6 weeks of consistent footy and make a charge at the premiership from outside the 4? Well, Val's coughed one up in his 200th game. And an early opportunity for Melbourne with Marion Seve playing his first NRL game of the year in the second last round of the premiership season proper. Munster for Welch. A loose carry by Holmes. Maybe the thought of an offload entered his mind as well. Now Anderson taking on the line. And tackled strongly by Nane, who returns after a week off because of a head knock. Wishart to first receiver. Well, there's the first signs of clunkiness and a lack of cohesion with all those changes, and the ball goes to ground and the Cowboys have won it back.
Oh, line ball. Christian Welch pulled his hands away then. Ball went to the big front rower.
Now Talangi's left one behind. Terrible ball security by the Cowboys. Resounding favourites to win here, but they're not showing any respect for the ball in their opening 2 sets. And McDonald, he's a tearaway. A strong run. Gee, what a boost it would be for this young Melbourne team if they were to score first. So that's Chan playing left back row. Here's Welsh distributing to Anderson. Pappenhausen from the back. And underneath now to Kane Bradley, who debuted as a Cowboy against Melbourne back in 2021. 6 more tackles to work with as well. Lazarus Valepu. The school bell rings again. 9 metres from North Queensland's line. They've still got the guns at fullback and at 5'8". 2 of their key spine ingredients. Munster directing traffic, and Valepu in his 5th NRL game gets the first try for Melbourne.
Yeah, big Lazarus Valepu. He just hits a nice straight ball off the man Cameron Munster. And with all the stars out tonight, Cameron Munster, he stood up, he took the first kick, he's got the C next to his name, and he lays on the first try. Harvey Norman replay. Just possession weighted towards the Melbourne Storm. And when you get the ball in the hands of Cameron Munster, these things will happen. Big Valepu, he gets the first try of his career.
Well, Jeremiah Nene, watching 12, Harvey Norman replay, he's looking at going, surely the big unit's not getting the ball. He just slides off big Lazarus, and he goes over. Scored many tries, and might be his first.
It's his first in the NRL.
Just watch Jeremiah Nene at the far post. He's got eyes for Alec McDonald. Just turns out that's the biggest no-no in the defensive line. Overread the play. Big Lazarus. Saw him in the warm-up. It was maybe at Leichhardt? Penrith. Without doubt, have the biggest thighs in the competition. His legs are huge.
Not even 5 minutes gone yet. And the minor premiers are about to dash 6-0 ahead. Lazarus. It's a good name for a front rower, isn't it? Lazarus Valepu. 6-0. Just 2 losses on the road this year for Melbourne. And that next man up mentality shining through here. They look unruffled and undaunted. Jonathan Thurston, sideline this evening. Welcome, JT.
Yeah, thanks, Tomo. Great conditions down here for footy. And there's a healthy crowd as well that have come in to watch the Cowboys play. So, as you can see, 21 degrees, 82% humidity. When the humidity's high, you can get some errors with your defence.
Oh, 40-20 attempt. I think he's got it. I think he's got this.
Well, you notice the first kick of the game was Cameron Munster's left boot. And you see Scott Drinkwater leaning towards that side of the field. And just opened it up for Torrin Wishart out of dummy half. 40-20. Just watch where Scott Drinkwater is. He's over the other side of the field waiting for Cameron Munster's left boot. That's great vision by Wishart.
Improved as a player, Wishart. I think this is his best spot, dummy half.
Munster away to Chan. What a blistering start for the Melbourne Storm. Most inexperienced lineup in terms of NRL appearances. The other instance of that was in a similar circumstance back in 2020. They rested a whole bunch of players in round 20 against the Broncos. Pappenhausen, Wishart, dummy half or second receiver, it doesn't matter, he's causing problems. Munster rolls it in behind and Talangi has to get back, but a great chase by Bradley has him pinned in the end goal.
Yeah, don't worry about who's not there. They've got plenty of class on show here tonight, the Melbourne Storm. That man there is front and centre. And Cameron Munster gets the ball off an offload. He's a left footer, but he puts it on the right boot. And Kane Bradley, he's chasing. Another repeat set for the Melbourne Storm. Wouldn't they love another try here?
The master coach watching on, looking to win his 400th NRL game tonight. Short restart. Cowboy ball. And Clifford is there to mop it up off the contest. Can they get to the end of a set?
Well, that'll be the priority. In the last couple of sets they've had with the football. And loose carries to Val Holmes and Murray Taulagi, a couple of the senior members of the Cowboys.
Well, there's no nonsense with this man, Sam McIntyre, playing in every game this season for North Queensland. And he has toiled away in each of them. McLean. Early kick. Play 4. Drinkwater. His own attempt at a 40-20. It took a curve away from the sideline. Pappy tapped it back. The chaser's down quick. Pappy busts the line and gets back near his own 10 metres.
Strides down.
Now Suafalongo. 8 tries this year, including 3 doubles.
Some Pappenhausen, he's hobbling in back play. The trainer out there looking at a knee.
So Welsh, he's been busy. So Pappenhausen and Munster both told the coach they want to play here tonight. I'm sure Bellamy would have been happy to give them the week off, but they feel, each of them, with interrupted seasons, they need more football in their legs. So Holmes working out to the 30. Looking for a 14th win in the season, North Queensland. There's no doubt that it's hard to gauge what you're going to get from them every week, but if they can do that and win their 14th game tonight, that's the same number as Canterbury and only 1 win less in the season than the Panthers. So they're not far away from the pace setters. Lukey. Tackle down this left-hand edge. Penalty, crusher tackle, play 5.
Down, mate. On the way down, if you came down, it's dangerous.
Now the Cowboys get their chance to get their attack on. And set start in the attacking zone. Just gets caught in an awkward position there, Lukey. They're taking their time, the Cowboys. And just watch for Scott Drinkwater. He's the danger man in this Cowboys team.
23 try assists in the season. 3 behind Ben Hunt, who leads in that category. McLean, tackled by Walsh and Valepu. Play to Robson. Dearden for Lukey. There's some strikeout wide for this Cowboys side, isn't there? Lukey on the left and Nane on the right. Left of the post, Robson. Now Ruben Cotter. McDonald the tackler. Clifford working with Drinkwater. I think there was a 6 again. Call fouled over in the corner, as he's done on so many occasions. 6-4 and a kick from out wide for the home team.
Yeah, on the night they're sending the veteran off from the Townsville region, Cole Felt. He's been a wonderful servant for the Cowboys, in particular on that right-hand side of the field. This is what Scott Drinkwater's good at assessing the situation under pressure. Just throws that little dummy, brings young Tonamapea out of the line. And on the Harvey Norman replay, a beautiful flick pass. Watch it here, brings the number 4 out, gets in behind him, and has got the skill to get the ball out to Felt. There's the Huey fan cam up in Townsville.
He started down in Melbourne, didn't he, Bill?
He did.
Was he down when you were playing?
Yeah, he was there when I was playing, and then he was also there after I'd finished. He was actually he was in front to play fullback for the Melbourne Storm, and he tore his pec in a trial. That put him behind a little bit, and then Hughes and Pappenhausen got an opportunity. He went to the Cowboys to play first grade, and he's one of the classiest players in the NRL.
Played 1 game, 2018.
So he's got the 1 on his back, but he's the main ball player. Did you see this in him when he was at Melbourne as a young fella?
Absolutely. He's always been brilliant. He's built his game over the years. He's a wonderful player. Got a great kicking game, as we saw just before he just missed the 40-20 attempt. The more Scott Drinkwater's in the game and involved in the contest, the better the Cowboys will be.
He's top of the pops for the point scorers again this year, Val Holmes. Oh, that's a lovely laconic strike, straight between the post, 6-all. How many's got there? 20th try of the year for Coalfelt. Matt Bowen holds the record, most tries in a season for North Queensland with 22. We're talking Cowboy royalty right there, Matt Bowen. So back comes McIntyre. So, Andrew, is your inclination, if you're a Cowboys player in this situation, you're playing against a team it's a second-string lineup for Melbourne. Can you be guilty of coming out and trying to blow them away early?
Well, you can, because all week, everywhere you go, and they're reading in the press, and everywhere you're walking around Townsville, they're saying, well, they're not playing their best team, you're going to smash them. Sometimes you can forget the game plan and think you're going to smash them in the first 20 minutes. Doesn't matter who you play, you've got to earn the right to play. They've settled into their groove now. Sloppy early.
So Clifford, he's got a massive boot. And this kick was allowed to be contested by the Cowboys. Pappenhausen backed off, but Nane has dropped the ball. Picked up by Dean Iramia. It's just his second game of the year. Farlongo playing, Munster, and now young Tonamapea, both centres we've seen many times in the NRL, but neither have featured until tonight. Sebair clipped high.
Two products of the development from down in Melbourne as well. you throw Sua Failongo in that category, there's 3 Melbourne-based players that have been developed. There's a high shot, Marin Seve.
He's got wrong-footed there, Reece Robson. Got in a real awkward position.
And further to that, Billy, the entire three-quarter line, so the wingers and the centres, all Samoan for Melbourne tonight. So clearly fertile ground with respect to recruitment over the years. Kane Bradley started as a centre, playing out in the back row these days. Valepu, centre of the ground, 14 metres away. Welsh through Munster. Now Failongo from the right wing over to the left-hand side.
It's Pappenhausen. He's off.
You've seen it all right. Yeah. Sure, JT will be all over that, as will Emma. Here's Welsh.
And Keegan Russell-Smith, he'll get his first taste of the NRL. He comes into the halves, and Green Anderson gone out to the wing.
Munster shapes a kick out to that man Anderson, and a beautiful pass back, and maybe a try to Seve. Did he hit the line, or was it short?
I think he's hurt his knee also, or his ankle. He's got a lower leg problem.
So the ball, in the opinion of Green Atkins, was placed short. That's why he allowed play to continue, but the bunker's being asked to examine.
Well, he stretched out. He's not concerned about whether it was grounded or not. He's still on the ground, grimacing in pain. You see his leg get caught underneath him. He stretches out.
Oh, it's on the line. It's a question of whether he's lost it.
And this is one of those ones where if you slow it down, he'll still have his hand on the football when it's planted, but it does bounce an awfully high way. You look at Marion Seve on the ground.
Marion Seve loses possession in attempting to ground the ball over the goal line. We have a decision.
Yeah, he'll be coming off.
I think it's just pulling down. No, I don't think it's a hit drop, mate.
Well, rock, travel all the way to Townsville for your first NRL game of the year, and get caught underneath a glut of bodies. He's trying to get some feeling back in it, but off to the sidelines, Marion Seve to join Pappy. Did all the hard work. Telstra is the proud naming rights partner of the NRL Telstra Premiership and has been backing this game for 20 plus years. This is footy country. Oh, Townsville's footy country. Wonderful crowd again at Queensland Country Bank Stadium.
That brings another debutant onto the field. Valu Lasati. He'll come on in the back row. Kane Bradley, he'll move out onto the wing. So there's been a huge reshuffle to the Melbourne Storm.
So Lasati, a mid-season recruit from the Panthers. Robson, Cotter, Dearden, Drinkwater, Holmes, Talangi. One-handed put down.
Well, all new combinations defensively. Your back rowers defending in the centres makes it really difficult. Bit of a training gallop there for the Cowboys. And in the end, there was 3 attackers on 3 defenders, but once again, new combinations defensively. Harvey Norman replay. Drinkwater gets the ball. Have a look. They've got 3 attackers, 3 defenders. Just no trust in each other. No combinations defensively. And Tuolangi goes over. It'll be a test now for Melbourne. 2 of their outside backs have gone off early. It'll be a real test.
Straightens really nice. Tom Dearden straightens the defensive line and allows the space to be taken advantage of. This classy left-hand edge. Taulagi, he finishes it off. And just know when to pass the football. And they go too far into the line. And Drinkwater and Val Holmes, they allowed Taulagi the space to get the ball down. JT.
Yeah, it was great work by Scott Drinkwater as well to hold the ball up just enough to give Val enough time As we have a look on the replay here, he passes it. Kane Bradley just gets interested enough, and the speed from Val burns him. Just no trust, as you said there, Joey. So I think that's where the Cowboys will look to attack all night.
JT, any word on Pappenhausen?
Not yet. Someone said that he's back of the knee, but Emma's inside now trying to get some more information.
The way he landed on his knee. It might be a PCL injury.
Yeah. Not another one. Another great strike.
Just hold a sec. Sorry. Just hold a sec, that's all. Just got a bit of junkie.
Cowboys stretching the field with their first 2 tries. Holmes right in the right corner and Talangi the opposite side. 12-6. They've clicked into their rhythm here, North Queensland.
Release Kane! Roll his square hole! Go one.
Now Robson. Well, I'm sure Cowboy fans would be thinking back to 2017 when they consider what might happen over the next 6 weeks or so. The Cowboys made it all the way through to the grand final, having finished 8th. That was the year Michael Morgan was running the show and running hot.
Cameron up! Back here, hold. Wait! Left side, hold!
Can they catch fire again? Oh, look at this team. They are.
Back here, five.
I think we've said this repeatedly over the last few years. On paper, they are sparkling.
Well, he's got that one, Clifford.
Good take. Well, at least they've got a genuine fullback who can slide in for Pappenhausen, but I'm sure many anxiously awaiting the diagnosis on Pappy. One of the payer. Anderson. And Welsh.
Five, Reese off, back in the middle.
Rattling up the work.
Come. Outside.
Drinkwater's happy to watch it tumble over the sideline after 20 minutes.
Hey, Billy, I want to ask you about Cameron Munster. Not when you were playing with him, but now. Now in his career. What's he like in and around training? What's he like in team meetings? We know he's a lad.
Yeah, he's what you see. He's very much a larrikin. He likes a good time. He likes a laugh. But you know, the important thing is don't get that confused with how important he takes his footy. He is a very professional guy. He cares about his footy and he wants to be as good as he possibly can. So, you know, it shows his attitude towards this season and what he wants out of it. That he wants to play this game. You can see him every time he's involved in the game. He wants the footy in his hands.
You feel he's working back to his best as well.
The last couple of weeks he's been back to or near his best. Freakish play.
Drinkwater rips one up in the air. Lukey chasing Farlongo. Oh, what a talent. And just a Benji Goose step on the back. Oh, he dropped the ball.
Oh, there it is.
There
it is in about 6 seconds of footy. He's going to make errors, but you're going to have to wear them. That's the player he is.
I think Murray Taulagi played at that.
Oh, how exciting.
That was brilliant.
What do you say? Dynamite in his boots.
Just watch this.
You remember?
Acceleration, footwork, bang. Oh,
that was Tamalolo.
He only just come on the field, Tamalolo.
You got to remember, these are the best players in the world. He made them look silly, then.
So Clifford might have been forward. It was knocked on anyway.
Is he much of a talker? Sua Fa'alongo organising defences?
He actually is.
Okay.
He's still learning the game. He's still developing his understanding of all facets of the game, but he talks really well at training. And one thing he doesn't lack confidence to go and play his game.
Yeah,
that won't deter him.
If you remember, he was pitchforked into that Samoan team for the Pacific Championships end of last season after one game. Was it outstanding?
Was it at Suncorp? He lit it up. Was that one of his first games?
Yeah, his first game.
Yeah.
Oh, Anderson with a juggle. All right, Emma with the news. We've been waiting.
Huge news, Matt. So Ryan Pappenhausen has been ruled out for the rest of the match. He copped a knock to the back of the leg and has a really nasty cork. So his night is over. Marion Seve likely over as well. They're thinking it is syndesmosis to the ankle for him.
All right, thanks, Emma. So nasty cork. Well, it's probably a good result.
Yeah, not a great result for Marion Seve, but for Ryan Pappenhausen, who what we're all thinking the knee, a nasty cork is probably a good result. I don't think they'll be taking any risk with Ryan Pappenhausen tonight, so you can understand them ruling him out. The one thing it does put pressure on the Melbourne Storm is there's 2 interchanges already taken in these hot conditions up in Townsville. Interchanges, they're going to be at a premium.
80% humidity. It's supposed to be winter. So Talangi with another strong carry. That's Keegan Russell-Smith in 14. 21-year-old who's born in Penrith. He went to Brothers College, formerly known as St Dominic's. A wonderful nursery of rugby league talent. One Nathan Cleary amongst them. Played to Robson. Showed by Dearden. Oh, Holmes has dropped another one. And Farlongo with a chance to counter. Can he bust through the first line? Griffin Neems chased him down. How?
Oh, it's so good. How good is it to watch him?
Well, Christian Welsh knows what his fullback can do. He couldn't get the ball to him quick enough.
Oh, heavy shot on Russell-Smith. Keegan Russell-Smith. That's Lasati. So he doesn't want for any size either. And now Tristan Powell. So all 3 of the Melbourne Storm debut players are on the ground. Powell born in Hervey Bay. He played a prominent role in the Brisbane Tigers winning the Queensland Cup last year. Anderson dashing from dummy half. Munster hit hard and high.
It's head and neck.
They're playing fast, the Melbourne Storm. All started with Sua Farlongo on the counter-attack. They look very comfortable, even with the new combinations, the Melbourne Storm. Look dangerous.
Line. Hold. Stand out, Jason, stay.
So Powell right underneath the sticks. Wishart sweeping it left to Munster. And Joe Chan this time. Nane, the chief tackler, 5 metres away. Cowboys defence suspect at times. They'll be wanting to deny Melbourne here against their line. A bouncing ball, awkward thing. Russell-Smith going back together. Welsh fending off Neem. Offloading, evading the clutches of Tal Malolo. Munster, Keegan Russell-Smith again.
You can see there how slippery the ground is.
Munster working a short side. Lasati. And the defence converged in time. It's chopping up too, isn't it? Munster, Wishart. Now McDonald. Play 5. Gee, Munster's in everything. Oh, he threw the pass. Had it got on the outside of Holmes, Anderson would have scored.
Well, he handled 4 plays in that set of 6, Munster. Realises they're down on troops. He wants the ball in his hands. He just kept peppering away at this left-hand edge for the Cowboys.
And he just got up in the space there, Val Holmes, and it could have went either way.
Origin level, he played right side, Val. Play back on the left.
He usually plays left for the Cowboys with that combination with Murray Taulagi.
Consecutive sets for the young Storm team. They got another try. It's McDonald.
I don't think this ball hits the ground.
Is it a double movement?
No.
Well,
We've got tackle 2, we've got a no try.
depends if
We've got a double movement.
if there's momentum. At first look, I don't think the ball actually hits the ground or the arm carrying the ball, which is the key. No, doesn't hit. Try.
That is one smart front rower.
He is a good player, this young man.
Yeah, he's a real unsung hero of the Melbourne Storm pack.
And he knows the rules, Billy.
Hey, does he lose it?
McDonald keeps his arm up from the ground. We're just making sure that he maintains possession.
Oh, he's a player that Craig Bellamy would value. He's all effort. The ball doesn't hit the ground.
They're looking at a bobble. It looks okay.
Alec McDonald maintains possession and gets the ball to the goal line. We have a decision.
2 tries, 2 middle forwards.
Yeah, he does all the little things in the game really well, Alec McDonald. He plays the ball fast and keeps his feet moving in the middle. See here on the Harvey Norman replay, no surprise who the ball comes off either. Cameron Munster. He delivered the first try to Big Lazarus, and now Alec McDonald picks one up off his skipper. He's having quite the game, Cameron Munster.
Alec McDonald goes through some players there. Reece Robson, the Origin New South Wales dummy half. Helam Lukey, the young tearaway back rower on the left side. He's beat some players. JT.
Yeah, it was the movement out the back by Keegan Russell Smith that kept the back rower out, and soft inside shoulder there. Great run by Alec McDonald.
So consecutive sets, and Melbourne break the Cowboys open. Oh, it's a shocker. 12-10.
Yelling out back foot. Using those back plays.
Normally an interchange, but into the starting team for this clash tonight, and Alec McDonald is making a real name for himself. His second proper season in the top grade, and he's becoming a top liner. Emma, some more news for us.
Yeah, confirmation, Matt. It is an ankle injury for Marion Seve, syndesmosis, so his night is over. Pretty unfortunate, his first NRL match of the year.
So there's been a stat floating around this week. Oh, Melbourne with an error.
Jeez, this looks a harsh call, this one. It was from the touch judge.
So the stat floating around this week, since 2002, Craig Bellamy's arrival in Melbourne, the Storm have spent 152 weeks in first position
15 seconds.
and 370 weeks in the top 4. 3 years in first, and what's that? 6 years in the 4.
That's why they're the best team, the best club over the last 20 years. Or longer.
That's just barely believable.
Well, what's not believable is that pass was called forward.
Christian, move, tire it off. Line. Hold, stand up.
Neem playing it now. Robson, Dearden, Cotter.
Tristan off. Line. Hold.
And the Cowboys 3 metres away now, trying to cancel out that last try of McDonald. They head to the left, but Melbourne have them well covered. It's a patchwork defensive line for Melbourne, with all those key men from a defensive point of view missing. Now Taumalolo Missed 3 weeks because of that cheekbone problem. But back on the eve of the finals, Robson dinking through. This is far too long. Far too long.
It's such a hard kick to get right. The gaps, because of the tight defenders, so close together.
Stand now, hold. Wait. Hold. Wait.
Oh, wow. There's a real brittleness about the Cowboys' defence. Iramia's dash, so he lost it.
Yeah, you can see when he hits the ground, he's trying to wrap the ball up and keep control, but the greasy conditions, Melbourne are going to challenge this.
I think he drops it. I think he drops when he first goes to the ground. When he first goes to the ground, I think he loses control of the ball. And then he gets hold of it again, and then he rolls over. Just watch here where he lands on his stomach.
Professional foul? No, I don't think so.
He loses, well, his hands off the ball and some.
I do see your point, but I don't think
but it's just, like, what if we get we make a line break in the next play?
Yeah, I know that. We're not changing that one.
The Melbourne player loses possession as he hits the ground prior to any action from the Cowboys.
Some worrying signs for the Cowboys. Dini Ramir went through the defensive line way too easy.
And that was off like a 10-second play. The ball. Suafai Lungo laid down for a while. Just went straight through.
That's a cheeky looking grip. So he only came back last week, Welsh, after a little injury layoff.
10 seconds.
They're in good shape, Melbourne, aren't they? They've got their big guns largely fit and firing, a little rest up and not having to travel up to Townsville with anything significant to play for. So a week off for the bulk of the main team.
I think Xavier Coates will be available for selection next week. He's on ticking boxes. He's close to a return.
Well, they've been the resounding minor premiers. And when they get to the finals, there's a real hard edge about them. Played by Griffin Mean. Here goes Taumalolo. Playing to Clifford. Vallejo back on the angle. Tackled by Munster. 26 metres out, right of the posts. Robson to Dearden. Dearden to Drinkwater. Drinkwater to Holmes. Holmes to Talangi. They've lost another one.
Yeah, the final pass. And Val Holmes just goes behind Murray Talangi. And the play was coming together. And the pressure from Grant Anderson flying in from the wing. When you're under pressure, the best part is to attack with your defence. And you see Grant Anderson just rushing Val Holmes. Rushed him enough to force the pass behind Talangi.
Hit half. Okay. Do second rower. Head in, heads down. Clock off. Hold, break.
Oh, wow, that's a high error count, isn't it? 7 apiece after 33 minutes of play. Tepai Moroa. He brings plenty of experience in as a backup player, if you will. Now Powell. Keegan Russell Smith offloading Munster, the chief conductor. Moroa tackled. Cotter the defender. And now Tonamapea racing through to apply pressure. Felt locked it back.
Going to knock on first by Kyle Felt in the contest.
They knocked it on. More pressure coming on the Cowboys' goal line defence.
Yeah, just couldn't hold on to this one. Cole Felt, usually good in the air. There's Ryan Pappenhausen on the bench, already showered up. Young Tonamapea getting through and competing for the ball.
Would you call that a disruptor? So the ball went backwards too. When the attack here, middle field scrum.
Heads in,
Munster's got 3 outside of him. They've got 4 on the left against 3 defenders.
Wishart dummying from the back of the scrum and scoring.
Yeah, well, the Cowboys were seeing what we were seeing. Cameron Munster organising some troops out to the left-hand side of the field. And just watch Jake Clifford. He's at halfback. He takes off straight to the star number 6. And forgets about Tyron Wishart. Many have done that this year. Don't forget about the bloke with the football, Jeremiah Nenai. He's another one. Harvey Norman replay. Tyron Wishart would have been on the tip sheets. No shows. Just a little show from the dummy half. Got the cameraman too. The Melbourne Storm. They hit the front.
We know the talent the Cowboys have got, Bill. Something's missing. I don't know if it's a concentration thing. Like an example, there's been 2 tries tonight. Jeremiah Nene, the first try to Big Lazarus, and that one there was just a lack of concentration. But we've seen it all year. They can come in and out of games. One week they're hot, and the next week they're ordinary.
Well, the one thing you can't do is you can't flip the switch in September. Down to you, Jonathan.
Yeah, 100%. It's a lapse in concentration. When the ball is inside you, you do not move out. That's twice Jeremiah Nene has been caught moving out whilst the ball is inside you. That is total lapse in concentration. Coach will definitely not be happy about that.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest no-nos in the defensive end.
Wishart converts his own try. Melbourne ahead.
Stay behind. Wait for it.
Tyron Wishart, another of the unsung heroes. And he's a better player than that. He walks in the shadow of the Grants and the Munsters and the Hugheses, but what an immense contribution he makes. Is he a rep player when you think utilities?
Wishart?
Yeah.
For sure. This time last year, I would have laughed at you. He's so improved. And I think this is his best position, dummy half.
You think of Connor Watson being
Oh, he's
put in the New South Wales team for his utility value. Well, he's a similar type of player.
Once again, where did he come from? Is he playing lower grade somewhere? And he gets down to Melbourne Storm and totally different player.
Look out! Oh, pressure. Felt takes it. Your heart's in your mouth when the ball comes Kyle's way, but he did. I thought he dropped it. He was off the mark. And it was knocking around in the Dragons development system.
Yeah, in the lower grades. I don't think he even played any top grade.
He's going to get better too. He'll get better with the skill part of the game, and he's all effort. It's one thing that he has. The more he plays in this footy team, in the different positions, he can play anywhere in the back line, anywhere in the forwards.
Steer clear of the front row, Tyron. The 2024 NRL and NRLW Telstra Premiership Grand Finals on sale now as Falongo soars and Drinkwater comes out the back of that contest. NRL.com/tickets, Sunday, October 6 at Core Stadium, Sydney. Melbourne hoping to be there. The Cowboys hoping to beat their vastly depleted opponents tonight, and they're going to get a try back.
Yeah, I spoke about competing before. This time it was Jake Clifford getting through. He comes up with the ball. He made enough of a contest initially. And 16 all. I don't know if the Cowboys will be happy with this scoreline going into half-time. Harvey Norman replay off the back of getting the ball off the end of the kick. And Nanai, he does a great job. He sums up the situation. Just puts the ball out in front of Felt. Cole Felt. He gets a double.
So another one on the Felt career try-scoring tally. Was it now 1, 4, 8 tries? He's been the team's top try scorer in 7 of the last 8 seasons. .32 points in the first half.
The Cowboys' tries have been scored out wide by their wingers and the Melbourne Storm by their middles. They just show a different style. Melbourne like to blast through teams with short passes. Cowboys like to use the ball laterally.
They're unconvincing at the moment, North Queensland, but they have accrued a relatively good record from the back half of the year. Their only defeats since round 15, a Golden Point loss to Manly at home, and then that fade out against Brisbane. They led 18-12, were beaten 42-18. Since then, they've won, aside from that, they've won all of their games in that window. Well, there's nothing wrong with Val's kicking tonight. He's nailed all of them. Felt Oregon played under green.
No rush.
Well, their attack is getting them out of trouble, isn't it? North Queensland very clumsy, if you will, in their defence so far throughout the first half. Licking some soft tries, but scoring some soft tries as well. 2 of them to Cole Felt.
Turn, move, come back left side. Hold, wait. Tristan off. Hold, wait.
Nane, 12 tries for him so far this year. Drinkwater gestured to kick, goes through the hands. Dearden. You guessed it, they've dropped another one. Melbourne will scurry to try and form the scrum, but the siren is going to beat them.
Love to be in the sheds at half-time. Listen to the Cowboys coach, Todd Payton.
You'd have to be on delay, Andrew. 18-16, North Queensland over Melbourne. Emma.
A little bit concerned. He's their major strike weapon at the back there, Danica, so let's hope he's fit and firing for next week.
All right, here we go. Kick-off about to get underway, so let's take you back to the commentary team. Over to you, Matthew.
Thanks, Danica. A fairly calm-looking Todd Payton during the halftime break, but he would be bubbling with his team's effort in the first half. 18-16 they lead, but having conceded 3 tries that you'd probably say were reasonably soft. Here's Taumalolo, reeling back the years. And now Nane, more intent already about the Cowboys' work after just 3 tackles of this second half. Cotter, very quiet in the first 40.
Tristan move. Square, Tepai.
Tristan Powell, Tepai Moroa, the 2 tacklers there. Powell playing his first NRL game. Clifford confronted by Munster.
Hold in the middle. Wait. Go. Nothing late. Nothing late.
And they get to play 5. Drinkwater. Now Nane trying to make ground. Felt the more immediate danger. Tapped it back. Farlongo had his legs clipped before he could reach full capacity. So Melbourne saying the injury to Ryan Pappenhausen is a contusion.
Hold in the middle. Wait. Hold.
Dr. Slater?
I don't know much about contusions.
Didn't cover that as part of your degree.
I thought that was when someone was really flexible.
Well, it's not a ligament of any sort, and that was the initial fear. Keegan Russell-Smith won an SG Ball title with the Panthers back in 2022. That was a very shallow kick. It was taken well by Dearden.
Yeah, he's under plenty of pressure. And that's what Todd Payton will be happy with, and completed their first set, went all the way down the other end of the field. And then when it was time to go and put some pressure on the kicker, there was 2 or 3 Cowboys right in the face of Russell Smith.
McDonald's copped the knock. He's up and okay. Now Lukey. There's more urgency about the Cowboy work here. Good defensive set and another determined attacking set. Robson through the line, rolls a kick in. Oh, well covered up by the debutant, Keegan Russell-Smith.
There's been a change, hasn't there, in the second half from the Cowboys. Let's see if they can sustain it. The first set of 6, they went 70 metres.
No, Anderson juggles, but holds onto the ball.
Well, the change has been in their intent and their directness, how direct they are, and going straight down the middle of the ground. Intent in their carries.
Munster broke free of the defence and promoted an offload, but the ball out in front of the winger, Dean Eremia. Well, young Tonamapai is saying, you've got to keep up there, son. It was on.
Yeah, he got the look, didn't he? No words needed to be said. You can't miss these opportunities. These are these half chances you got to nail. And the pass was on. You just got to be up there. You got to anticipate the offloads and the half chances.
Keegan, move! Square Balu, hold, wait!
Dearden, very flat. Prepared to wear the tackle, and it was a strong one. Kane Bradley and Alec McDonald brought up his 100th NRL game in their last appearance against Canberra prior to the bye. Tom Dearden.
Let go! Back here, hold, wait! Wait!
Drinkwater, great tackle again. It's a wholehearted effort by this young Melbourne Storm outfit.
Play on, 4, back here, Kane.
It looked messy, but Grant Atkins was satisfied. Play on was necessary. Talmalolo. Chan up around the ball. Powell down lower. They're inside the 20. Talmalolo playing it. Dearden is going to switch the point of the attack. It goes to Drinkwater. That was a great ball. Talangi back to Holmes, and it's a try for Val in his 200th.
Yeah, great play. Great play. Running the ball in the last play. And they got Tuolangi away. You watch where the winger is defending for the Melbourne Storm. The ball goes away, and naturally they start to walk, and the gaps get bigger on the other side of the ruck. Harvey Norman replay. Watch the top of screen. Walk, walk, walk. The winger's back. Anderson's back. That's the key. Catch and pass, catch and pass. Line ball, last pass, but yeah, this is nice play. Look to go one side, attack the other, knowing that the winger's back. And there's fresh air there. Nice try to the Cowboys.
Yeah, the 2 most creative players get their hands on the footy, and Tom Dearden and Scott Drinkwater. And the 2 that finished it off, they've got a great combination. Holmes and Taulagi just passed the ball to each other a couple of times. They're starting to click now, the Cowboys. JT?
Yeah, well, it's a totally different side coming out after half-time, the Cowboys, so I certainly agreed with them. We know the Cowboys can score points. That's never been their problem. It's been their defence, and to start the second half, they forced Melbourne into a couple of errors, so their intent is great defensively, and they'll need to keep that up.
Maybe the coach didn't need to say anything at halftime. It was patently obvious what the problem was.
And goal kickers, you got to kick the ones you score.
He was never missing that one, 24-16. Oh, he was 2 forward passes. He's opening up a handy break as the competition's leading point scorer this year, Val Holmes. Hoping to take that honour for the second time in 3 seasons.
Yeah, conditions starting to get warmer now. We're heading out of winter into spring. This is when more sweat on the football. You can see there, just on contact, just catching the ball. Tamalolo took his focus away from the ball for a fraction of a second.
Watch every medal of the Paralympic Games Paris 2024 live and free on 9 and 9 Gem. Plus you can stream over 20 live sports channels on 9 now. They are incredible athletes, and this is an incredible Paralympics experience coming up straight after the footy on 9.
Someone's on report there.
Stay there. Hold. Hold. Break. Come back now. Move now. Nice square hold. Wait. Go one.
Young Tonamapea. And now Joe Chan.
Move now, Jason. Hold. Wait.
Used in the early parts of the season, Joe
There was
Chan.
a nasty wrestling move there. We might go back there and have a look at next break of play.
This is Keegan Russell-Smith. They could narrow this gap again, Melbourne, if they can score here. Let's get an insight into the Cowboys' mentality with this set of defence on their line. Keegan Russell-Smith, Maroa slipping.
Do you understand his slips?
See, this is
High
ridiculous.
tackle penalty. He was pretty much on the ground.
And I'm all for the crackdown on players being hit in the head.
I know
But
that, mate.
this should not be a penalty.
I do
It is
understand all of it.
impossible. And you can see on his face. I don't know what he's supposed to do.
2 points.
That's that penalty. Can we see the Tamalolo tackle?
Yeah, I know. There's him up.
Just watch on the ground. If you can see it. He grabs hold of it, his arm or his wrist.
Yeah, I will, mate.
Just watch here. When he gets tackled, just watch that right arm.
Let's go, mate. Relax, Dustin.
It's
Joe
all that
Chan's got a hold of
jiu-jitsu
his-
stuff.
No, I'm not sure about that. Joe Chan had a hold of his jerseys.
Oh, did he?
So the 2 points here to get it back to 6.
There was one last Sunday with the Sharks and the Dragons. The Twins, Calhoun. He went in for a tackle. Couchman. Someone went in for a tackle and someone spun around and went into his chest and he got penalised. I don't know what they're supposed to do there.
I don't think I've seen a high tackle penalty for a player who's a foot off the ground before until tonight.
I think that was just a mistake. He pulled out, if anything.
Yeah. All right, Tyron Wishart hit the post with one from a similar spot at the other end of the ground in the first half. No hassles this time. Craig Bellamy's smiling in the coach's box.
No, stop it.
That's the first time in 22 years.
And his team's not in front.
Maybe it might be that penalty.
That's never happened before.
Wait.
Emma, good crowd as always in Townsville.
Yeah, epic crowd, Matt. 20,787, the official number, which I've got to say for a Thursday night and a school night is a very good number. And it's extra emotional tonight because they're obviously farewelling Jake Granville, who's retiring, and Kyle Felt, who's heading overseas. So if they do get this home elimination final, you'd imagine they'd pack it out.
Oh, no doubt. Hope JT's fanning you and keeping a nice and cool sideline. Emma as well.
He got himself a slushie and not me one.
Well, that is an outrage. Not that slushy, Joey. Munster. It's a tantalising kick. Great contest. That was Bradley making ground to the ball. Chance here. Keegan Russell-Smith dinks it through to the in goal. He had to go through the hands. Dearden's got it and races back past his 10-metre line.
Well, that was exciting. And the big back rower, Kane Bradley, he's a former winger, got through great under the high ball. There was a chance to pass, I thought, from Russell-Smith. Opted to go with the boot. And Tommy Dearden, he's always there and does well to get out of his own in goal.
Cameron off! Hold in the middle, back here.
He's a big man, Kane Bradley. You mentioned he was an outside back, centre wing. He's 107 kilos. And great athleticism to go with that size, as you saw from that aerial leap. So Neem for North Queensland. They're not going to go away, this young Melbourne team. 6 points the difference.
Here we go.
Whoa. He's through them.
The best.
Falongo, incredible.
How'd you know that was going to happen, Joey?
Oh, he's just the best.
That was the jack-in-the-box move.
Surrender! Stand!
Dynamite in those boots. Offload.
Welsh back on the ground.
Go Heelan, left side! Hold! Griffin off! Back 10, hold!
Lasati inside the 30. Played to Wishart. And Welsh has been busy. Started the game with a real rush and a couple of carries in his first set since being reintroduced. Munster. Another kick. Another Bradley surge. A tap back. Still the last play. Maroa. Now Wishart. He'll kick for vacant territory. He wants the ball to check. That's precisely what it did. That's a brilliant kick by Wishart. A brilliant effort. Felt trying, but can't get the ball back.
A cool head there. Wishart got the ball, looked up and saw space. Kicked it into space, gets a repeat set. They got one in the first half. Here we go. Here's the replay. That thing straight into space. Yeah, they kicked to their right in the first half here, the Cowboys. Drink water, and they got the ball back. They've gone again the same way.
And the ball favours Melbourne. Oh, someone pick it up. Munster's going to get it. No, he's not. It's still on the ground. Oh,
it was a penalty. It was a push on.
There was a push
on Fa'alogo.
You grab Silver over the top, mate. You take him out of the contest for the ball. You weren't trying to get the ball.
He's so exciting to watch.
Yeah, players like Sua Fa'alogo, not just good for the game in general, but in particular down in Melbourne. Imagine how many kids at school tomorrow will be doing the Sua Fa'alogo step.
Well, trying to at least, anyway. There'll be kids falling on their face right across Melbourne.
Yeah, they'll get it right.
Jason, stand!
They'll skip in the air, head down.
Everyone was doing the Benji back in the day, weren't they?
Let go now! Wait, hold, line!
Melbourne with an opportunity.
And a Munster pirouette.
Tepai Maroa gets the Storm to play for. Jackson Purdue out there. And Harrison Edwards in 15, 2 metres short now. Fifth tackle. Munster wrapped up, so Wishart, a crafty kick. He threaded the needle through the most narrow of gaps.
How did he get it through there? He's got the bag of tricks out, Wishart.
Yeah, Munster playing the ball. No Hughes, no Grant. Wishart steps up.
Oh, it's a spot. Oh, Griffin Neame dropped it. Wishart's going to score a second try. And he has a chance to level us at 24 all.
Well, Craig Bellamy says the harder you work, the luckier you get. And Tyron Wishart, he's been pretty lucky this year, but he's worked for everything. Just watch where he comes from. Comes from the middle of the field and just competes. You see him there under the goalpost, works his way over just in case, gets in behind. Griffin Neame fumbles the ball, comes off Wishart's knee. And on the Harvey Norman replay, he gets rewarded for his effort. What a player.
What about that angle? He showed us how far he came from and how hard he worked off the ball.
Well, we saw Mitch Kenny score a try in the grand final last year in similar fashion. He worked so hard, Tyron Wishart.
Well, these are his personality traits. Hard-working, honest, doing everything for teammates. Look at that. Look at that effort.
They're really stepping up as well when needed. Doesn't matter what position he plays. And Cameron Munster plays the football. He gains the repeat set and then gets back to his job. He's all effort.
Remember his dad's kicking style? He'd do that 2 or 3 skips.
Little shuffle.
I'd love to see him pull that out. And maybe those high-top boots Wishy used to play in. You know, those ankle boots? He was the only winger in history with playing those high tops.
Speaking of big thighs, he was a ripper. And his son is having an amazing impact on this Melbourne team, who are locked up at 24 each now. Tomorrow it's Jersey Day. Wear your favourite team jersey to your workplace or your school, or wear it to the footy, and start a conversation about organ and tissue donation. Signing up to become a donor is easy. It takes less than a minute. Find out more at jerseyday.com.au. They're a passionate fan base, but I get the sense they are a little worried, the Cowboy faithful. The Welsh to resume the battle. He's been brilliant, Tyron Wishart. Looks supremely fit.
I think this is spot done and a half. You're right. Jersey 14, a representative team. Well, there's that, what do they call it? Pacific Bowl at the end of the year? The Australian team.
Championship.
Well, you imagine the Storm are going to go deep in the competition. Pretty much, you reckon they'll be there grand final day. He could be a chance there.
Well, you find the odd bolter in those end of season tournaments just through availabilities.
He gets this one wrong, Munster, and he knows that that was an important set of 6. Clawed their way back. And he had to finish that set inside the Cowboys' 10-metre mark. Yeah, you can see the reaction. He knows how important it was.
Griffin Neame featured for New Zealand in last year's Pacific Championships, just outside the 30-metre line. Dearden playing underneath the heel of Lukey. Robson heading right. Dearden back to Neame. Turned on his back. And now they head to Dearden, sees a little gap, throws the ball back on the inside. Melbourne there to defuse, and the ball's been knocked back, and Robson has scurried through and put it down.
Yeah, nice play, Tommy Dearden. You don't see too much of this from halves. A lot of play generally goes to the outside, but the key here for Dearden, he's playing straight into the line, which enables his angle to come back off his left foot. Harvey Norman replay. coming into the line straight, which enables him to come back on the inside. It's knocked down by the Storm, but Reece Robson. Now, will they look at Reece Robson pulling the Storm player down? Just keep your eye on this. And the Storm player drops it. Does Reece Robson, does he pull him down?
I think he does.
Well, he ends up getting there, Robson.
It was Lasati.
I don't think he would have got there.
No, I think Lasati had his chance to catch the ball too. Robson always competing. He passed the ball from dummy half. He reacted first to Tommy Dearden's line break. And a bit of luck from the Cowboys.
He had a great Origin series, Reece Robson. He's as tough as they come. Really strong defensively. Plays 80 minutes in the middle. He's a player and a half.
Well, an important try. Another one to a wholehearted campaigner in Reece Robson. There's been nothing fluent at all about this game. Right place, right time for the Cowboys, number 9. Holmes squeaks it through. We've had 54 points and we've got 20 minutes still to play. There could be some points out at Penrith tomorrow night as well in Friday night football. The Panthers looking to snap a 2-game losing run and lock down a place in the top 4 up against South Sydney. That's at Bluebet Stadium. 7:30 p.m. live and free on the home of the NRL and finals footy. Throw in the NRLW as well. That's 9's Wide World of Sports. Some reinforcements for the Panthers tomorrow. Alamotti back in the centres. Taruva had been left out. He returns on the wing. Garner back into the starting team in his 100th NRL game.
I wonder if we can get Nathan Cleary on the panel before or after the game, just to find out about the shoulder.
We couldn't say no to an immortal.
Oh. We'll get Freddie to ring him. We've got Penrith's secret handshake out there.
No one can say no to an immortal.
Oh, he's on the pre-show. Okay. Well, that's good. Find out how it is. Well, he hasn't really spoke about it, has he? So what are we on here? 7:30 tomorrow? Ask the hard questions.
I understand that.
Because if he doesn't play, then they can't win. Simple as
There's
that.
still high contact with the falling.
Doink.
Did the young 5'8" on his knee at
Jack Cole?
Jack Cole?
Yeah.
He's out for the year too. I'm sure he just do his ACL, mate.
Get it. They shift immediately from the resumption out to Hillam Lukey. 30-24. But this enthusiastic Melbourne team, I'm sure, would be thrilled to be only a converted try in arrears with 18 minutes to go. Harrison Edwards. Clifford has basically been unsided tonight. Ball's on the ground. Scampering to pick it up, Talangi. Cotter away to Edwards. He was basically standing still and Moreau whacked him. Robson goes down the left. A kick by Drinkwater. A leap by Failongo and knocked on by Talangi.
It's a long pass. No quick ones there. 2 feet. Jake, 2 feet. Jared coming.
Anderson wearing 7, but has played on the wing for all but, 5 minutes of the game when Pappenhausen left the field.
Harrison off! Oh, wait, mark square one.
And Bradley Oh, that is a run full of venom. Valepu, he scored the first try and he's got a fresh fuel tank, having returned from a break. Tonamapaya now. They're playing more confident football as the game wears on here, Melbourne. Welsh passing on for Munster, who goes into the line.
He's played tough tonight, Munster. Good signs, the way he's playing.
Stand up.
Moroa outside the 20. Wishart. Keegan Russell Smith. It was knocked back by Melbourne. Anderson's able to squeeze a pass
Look
away.
out.
Dangerous. Failongo chipping, pursuing. Ball's free. Ball's on the ground. Dearden's there. He stares Munster in the face and he's put over the back.
Well, something just happens when Sul Failongo gets the ball.
You got the option to challenge it.
Andrew Johns can feel it. He said, look out. He kicked it for
Got a
himself.
captain's challenge, Adam, from the Cowboys.
They're going to look for a knock-on
Don't believe
here
there's a
by
knock-on.
Failongo.
Yeah. Tom. Which one? It's clock off for drop out.
Fullback knocking it on, yeah. Someone knocked it on, yeah.
This one. Just want to point into the right place, mate, that's all.
All players are just shoulder to shoulder competing for the ball.
I don't think he gets a touch to it at all.
I don't know.
Just need to determine if
Lukey gets the
Sul
first
Failongo
touch.
gets a touch to this.
It's Lukey.
Go back. Not that.
He doesn't get a hand to it.
No, they're all just going
Look at
back
the
to
top of the screen. Does that look like a face that'd tell a fib? No.
No, that's not playing. He's both knocked it on.
There's insufficient evidence to overturn the live decision at this point. Cowboys will retain their
Okay,
challenge.
still got your challenge. It's insufficient overall live decision. Drop out. Yeah, keep your challenge.
Been very, very consistent, Scott Drinkwater, with the short dropout.
Stay behind.
He's been nailing his technique. He's gone long.
Welsh trundling back, confronted by McIntyre.
And strong Welsh.
Can Melbourne level us again? He just refused to go away. Chan tangled up in the tackle of Clifford. Munster from Moroa. Cotter and McIntyre there. Pretty much in line with the post now. Goes to Walsh. And now Keegan Russell Smith. That's a good sign for a first gamer. A dummy and run. Put down by Hill and Lukey. Back the other way now. Munster! Can't squeeze through. 5 metres short. Keegan Russell Smith gets the ball through, but Drinkwater is able to get back in the field of play with some real urgency.
Yeah, it does well, Scott Drinkwater. He shows a ton of courage to get down over the football and then just squirm his way back in the field of play. That was a big play. They've been defending their line for the last couple of minutes, the Cowboys.
Good run, Edwards. They've used 5. They're at their own 40-metre line. It's Clifford. He hits the ball beautifully, doesn't he? What a strike. Oh, it clears follow. It's going to go dead. Just thought about it, but then took the hop left, not right.
He's got a huge boot on him.
Oh, he does.
Jake Clifford.
7 tackle set, 20-metre restart. Yes, JT.
Yeah, even though the Cowboys are up by 6, I'm not comfortable with that scoreline. So they're going to have to score a lot more points, the Cowboys. But rugby league's all about momentum, and they've given the Melbourne Storm back-to-back 7 tackles. So the Cowboys will certainly have to defend well here.
Now, I get the sense the crowd feels the same way as you, JT. Very hushed at the moment. There was an overlap there. That was a critical tackle from Talangi jamming in. McDonald 13 minutes to go. The game in the balance. Munster showed it to Valepu. He wants to run. He gives a lovely ball away. Chan now trying to burn free. Whoops.
Full moon.
Munster again. Handles twice in succession. The kick will come down near the line. It's taken by Holmes. And he'll get a quick ball away to Kyle Felder. Gets absolutely crunched by Christian Wells. The fans didn't like it.
Craig Bellamy, he would be over the moon the way Cameron Munster's playing.
That offload.
Oh. Oh, bang. Welsh crunching Kyle Felt.
Follow move, right side. Oh, go to Christian.
Did it for Lukey, and there was a call for Welsh being offside there.
Christian up.
He was called out of it, made the tackle. Referee didn't intervene. 30 metres away. Dearden can't identify any weakness in the defence. He's had a good game, Russell Smith, hasn't he? Not much of him.
No, he's done his job.
Drinkwater, McIntyre. This is Clifford. He'll kick out wide. Felt looking for a third try. Oh, Iramia couldn't tap it over the back. He had an air swing to try to Nane.
Well, on the back of a 7-tackle restart and a couple of 6 to goes, they march down, and this is fatigue. Rushing defence from the outside defenders from the Storm. Jake Clifford looks up, just kicks it into space. Harvey Norman replay, ball will come wide. Defence up in their face, puts it in behind. And then, yeah, it's a poor error.
There you can see what Iramia was trying to do, trying to get the ball dead. Nice kick by Clifford. And Sam McIntyre, he does a good job just to distribute the ball to Clifford. And Iramia, he just comes up with a mistake. The ball sits up nicely for Nanai.
Well, it wasn't an air swing, it was a miss hit. JT.
Yeah, very unfortunate for the Storm, but the attention to detail going from sideline to Jake Clifford, all the passes were out front, and he summed it up beautifully and put the kick in to the corner, and they get a favourable bounce, the Cowboys, with a little bit of breathing space as we're inside the final 10 minutes.
It doesn't look like much, but Sam McIntyre, he's the link between Scott Drinkwater and Jake Clifford. That breaks down a lot in that position. He plays front row, plays back row. He's the Mr. Fix-It man for them.
Flawless with the boot tonight, Valentine Holmes. Macca's Saturday night football, the Sharks. Well, they're looking at top 2 maybe. Up against the Warriors, final game of the year for the Warriors, who have the bye in round 27. And of course, Sean Johnson played for both of these clubs. It's his last game in the NRL. 7 o'clock, live and free. Nine's Wide World of Sports.
Nico Hines been named on an extended bench.
Yes, she was in 22.
Is there? Do you know if he's playing at all?
And last chance to watch Sean Johnston play. Hasn't he been a player?
Did he light it up in a semi against you guys? Sean Johnson. He scored a really good try at Amy Park. Yeah. One of his show and goes. His highlights. You watch his highlights on YouTube. It's incredible. It's frightening how good he is. Incredible. He exploded in the under-20s competition. They're taught they're going to bring that under-20s competition back, which I think would be great.
He sits among an elite group of halves that New Zealand have had across the years, Andrew. You think Gary Freeman and Stacey Jones and Benji, Kieran Foran, Sean Johnson.
Yeah, he's right up there with them all.
to Lungy now. Maybe the Cowboys can finally breathe a little freer. There's been tension about the way they've played tonight. It looked like coming out of the second half they were about to take off, but they've sort of gone back into their shell a little.
They're on empty, Melbourne.
Yeah.
They have been so brave tonight.
Yeah, those two interchanges at the start of the game, you're starting to feel the effects of that as well. The youth, the inexperience, the hot conditions, it's all starting to add up.
Do you think they'll play their full team next week?
I think so. I would. I think you need that momentum going into the finals, unless someone like Ryan Pappenhausen is going to benefit from a week off with an injury or...
It's Thursday night footy next week. That's up at Suncorp. And the possibility, depending on what pans out for the rest of this round 26, the penultimate round of the regular season, the Broncos could be playing for a place in the finals. And I believe, should that be the case, they may have Reece Walsh available. Oh, that's a huge collision.
What's it?
Mate, I do understand he slipped. It's no different down there.
Well, they're all slipping and sliding.
You can hear the referees say it. It's... And I'm all for players being protected.
Well, you can see when Alec McDonald makes a decision to go in to make the tackle. That's before Cole Felt slips. You watch him. He's going in to make that tackle before he slips. We've seen a few of them tonight.
I get it, mate. I do get it. It's no different to Tepo's one down there. Let's go.
I was just going to say he's dropped it, but the ball was forced out.
Make high contact on him.
Oh, and high contact before all of it.
Hang on a second. Talk, Jay. Okay, you're going to take two.
Cowboys to take a shot with 6.5 minutes to go.
Well, we know players and coaches can manipulate laws and rules. Will there come a time when a player runs up and deliberately slips over with the game on the line? No, I'm serious.
You got that one in the Origin playbook, Billy?
Too much to think about for that.
Stay behind, Scott. Harrison.
Well, his goal kicking's been good tonight. Valentine Holmes, his timing of the ball.
Effortless.
If the Cowboys seal this will be a step closer to a home final, all-important home final. One less travel.
What a beautiful strike by Val. Cowboys' last three scores against Melbourne: 38, 45, 36 points, 119 points in 3 games. And this is the only circumstance within that window where Melbourne has been depleted. So live ladder, they've pretty much stitched up a place in 5th or 6th, and that will guarantee them a game in Townsville. Billy, do you feel the intensity of an elimination final will bring out the best in this Cowboys team? They've certainly looked well below their best in both areas tonight.
Yeah, I think it'll have to. Elimination final. There's no tomorrow if you don't get it right. And you'll be playing a much stronger team that they're facing tonight. So I think they'll review this one with a close eye. And defensively, I think that's where they need to improve, the Cowboys. We know what they can do with the football. They've got points in them. They scored 38 points tonight, but it's just that hard cycle of the game on the defensive side of the game.
Intriguing what might happen next week, because they're heading to Sydney to take on Canterbury.
Well, that'll be a huge crowd. It'll be semi-final like. There's a drop ball here from Nene. semi-final-like intensity in that one.
Release him, Jackson! Oh.
I wonder if they might have the luxury of being able to rest a few. North Queensland, that is.
Yeah. Bulldogs Manly tomorrow will be a big game. Big crowd at a court. That's the early game.
Release Ruben! Oh, wait.
Manly with some work to do after that blip on the radar against the Tigers.
Well, they've got to get the discipline right through sin bins.
Here's Chan.
Jackson! Squirm!
Plenty to talk about post-game, of course. Stay with us here. Thursday night footy on 9. We'll wrap this one up, but it's an absorbing weekend.
What a great take.
Holmes springs in his feet.
That's the second one. Look out.
Drink water. If he gave the pass, there was a great opportunity. Dearden. Hoping to grab one before full time.
There's the big stretch from Val Holmes. Jackson Purdue, he's on the field. We're jumping number 18. The young 19-year-old from Mackay.
I think we called his debut. It's against the Roosters.
Yeah,
he had a game and a half. He looks like a real good player.
They won. They won without Origin stars.
Local board, Bill?
Mackay.
Clifford. Ball on the ground again.
Storm, play the ball.
So a lot of balls have hit the ground, haven't they? Some missed passes tonight.
20 metres, play the ball. Don't play it yet.
Oh, what a great ball. Great vision and a good tackle from Purdue.
He looks like he's going to have a huge semi-final series, Munster. Missed all the Origin series, and for an elite player, that absolutely burns. But what it does, it keeps him fresh. He's got fresh legs at the moment, Munster. Here we go.
He's through here. Lasati.
Oh.
He's dumbing and running in and out, turning them inside out and scores.
What about this try? They're all on their feet on the bench.
He's never run so far in his life.
Oxygen, please. Get the Medicap.
Atavalu, Lasati.
Harvey Norman replay. Watch the pass here. Gets the ball in traffic. And he hits his... Somehow he keeps hold of it. Watch the acceleration here. Gets away from Cotter. Ball in two hands. Show and go. I want to see this front on whether it goes into a Cowboys player. Look at the bench.
We can see Kane Bradley on the right-hand side. He was pointing for a kick. Atavali. He said, I haven't got that in my kit bag.
No license.
Then he wanted the pass. He said, I don't even know if I have that. Said, I'm just going to throw a dummy and back myself.
I've been watching the Munster show and go at training all year. I thought that can't be that hard.
What a try on debut. Lasati.
Look at the athleticism.
Only been in Melbourne for a couple of months. Fresh from the Panthers.
Oh, he's Panthers.
Yeah, moved mid-season.
Yeah, mid-season transfer. That's a moment.
So Valepu and Lasati have both scored tries from Melbourne tonight.
You'll remember that one.
Producing some players the last half a dozen years. Look at the way he gets this ball in traffic. Spins, accelerates, fends. Gets the ball in two hands.
It's Mal Meninga.
Pass, no, dummy. Surge.
Oh, that's too good.
Yeah, he had to accelerate 3 times there.
So 68 points for your Thursday night.
Stay behind.
And that's with a whole bunch of drop ball thrown in.
They've been so impressive.
Stay behind.
Can't get a read on the Cowboys.
Farlongo.
Stand down. Hold, wait.
Oh, another exceptionally exciting effort from the young fullback. And our try scorer has come back down to earth with a thud, dropping one.
Interesting to see how Pappenhausen pulls up tomorrow. It's one of the big stories coming out of this game. This young man is an absolute superstar. He's been the best on the ground by a long way. Wishart in a losing team.
So job done. He wouldn't give it any great mark if you were running this as an exam, I suppose, but 2 points in the bank, and the Cowboys will be in Townsville week 1 of the playoffs. 38-30